channel. My name is Holo Crossing, and today we are starting episode number 6 on the NovaCraft server. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe and like. It does help the channel quite a bit. So I was just at the end at the Enderman farm, making sure I could go ahead and fix some of my tools that were breaking, and my elytras, which were pretty much shot. Right now I'm going to go back to our city so that we can continue working a little bit and continue to show you the progress that we've done so far off camera. Here we go. Well, I'm just leaving the end village and headed back to the main city on Oahu. As you can see, it is a rainy day on NovaCraft, but hopefully we'll be at our city soon and I can show you some of the things that we've done from the last episode to the present. One of the things that you got to keep in mind in Minecraft is it takes time to do things, because it's not only do builds, but it's also gather the resources to do the builds. So a lot of times I do this off camera, and even some of the work I just kind of get inspired and I just start building and I don't really record it. But I'll go ahead and show you guys and bring you up to date with some of the progress that has occurred in our base. Hopefully I can make it daytime. I think it's almost nighttime and we can go ahead and get rid of this rain. Well, we're here back in the city and pretty content with everything that we've done. We did a lot of things off camera and I'll go ahead and show you those in a few minutes here, but this is what we did in our last video. We built our Mediterranean style home that's going to be part of our new residential area. And off camera we went ahead and did some landscaping. I did want to do a little bit of a division between the residential area and of course the stadium and the rest of the city that's probably going to be spreading on that way. So we went ahead and we built a road, which later I'll probably decorate a little bit further. You'll notice too we did fill in all this with grass and dirt. I kind of made the road unfinished on purpose, used some rooted dirt just to look like it ends over here. And of course we made the road coming on this way to where our Nova Tower train station is going to be in our future homes. I was thinking on this area here I'd like to make a modern mansion, so that'll be something we'll look forward to building, and it'll have a really nice view of the ocean over there and the bay here in our city. Then of course I did fill in all this with dirt, brought the road down to this area. You'll notice the cherry blossoms are gone in this area, but that was for a purpose. And then of course we have our tunnel that leads to nowhere for the moment. And then of course I did do a little bit of a change with our cherry blossoms that we had here. So I did take those out, so I'll show you that in the next time lapse. But I also did something great afterwards, and I'll explain that in a little bit. change that too much. So we want to keep this in the old aesthetic that it was created with. Of course, we did expand the village out this way, keeping the same aesthetic. And pretty much here is where it starts to change a little bit. So this is the original Oahu. We added that. This used to be like a small bookstore. And then G2 Cute made us a real nice library, beautiful postal service here as well. So when you come in here, if you have any mail or anything you want to leave with the other players, you drop it in their shulker box and it lights up. Got my mail earlier, so I'm good. So this is the original village. We've added on a few things. You'll notice a monorail there, and of course that building is also like a train station that connects us over to the island of Kauai. Over on this area, we filled in all of this as well, and we're doing some stores. We have our Books A Million, and that's going to be a kind of like a Publix, I guess, where you can buy stuff from the villagers. So the idea is not to change this area too much, and then the modern city is spreading on that way. This is Good Boy Judd's home. He hasn't been on the server for a little bit, but I did tell him that his house is now prime real estate because it's right here in the city. But I like the way he kept his old aesthetic going on. So that's pretty much the idea behind this build. We kind of want to keep a little bit of a distinction between the modern city and the rest of the island. And that's why we're going to do this new residential area with some modern homes, but we want to make sure that it's also a little bit separate from the rest of Oahu. So I'm thinking once we do our Nova Tower, once that's completed, we have our houses lined up on this area right here. It's going to look really nice. We'll have to see what we do because we do have this monorail going around, but I think we can work with that and maybe have the monorail maybe go into some of the roofs of the homes or the attic area. So we'll see how that works out. Let me make it daytime really quick. So that'll be interesting. And of course, I don't like to leave anything hollow underneath. Everything's floating. So I worked a little bit off camera, doing a little bit of underwater workings there. But I think for today's video, that's going to be it. I pretty much ran out of resources and materials, so I do have to gather some more. And I'm thinking on our next episode, we should be able to probably start working on our next home, which is going to be probably like a modern mansion. And then we'll keep spreading on the rest of the homes up until where the tunnel leads. And that'll kind of finally be the final division between the modern city and the old island of Oahu. And then we'll continue to build our city maybe down, I don't think down that way too much, but maybe thinking let me see if I can, it's a little island over here I can land. So I'm thinking of probably adding on to the backside of this Coliseum. I mean, it doesn't look like much anyway from here, so probably thinking about adding on maybe some more land and kind of coming out a little bit more to this area. But I don't want to block this view, because this is a really pretty view. So after you're at one of the games, we have this pier that kind of takes us out, and you have a really pretty view here of the ocean. So I don't want anything to kind of interrupt this build, and that's open ocean over there. So thinking about maybe expanding the city towards that area, like even coming on parallel here would be fine, or maybe coming out here and then curving off, curving back in. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit a like if you like the video. If you want to subscribe, that'd be cool. And we'll go ahead and see you later on the grid.